Hello everybody, my name is Jagiero and welcome back to another episode in my survival world. In the last episode, I built this lovely mineshaft entrance and a lovely minecart track going all the way down to the bottom there, to deep slate level, to diamond level. So that what I can do is I can dig out a whole bunch of stuff below, shove all of the materials into a minecart and send it up to the top here, so that it can go into the system through there and be put into the storage system up here. As you can see, I've been using it a lot, and it's lovely, it's great. I've got a load of diamonds here, which is rather nice, by the way. Also some iron and stuff there. If you look on this side here, you've got a pile of iron blocks here. This is to signify that if you fall down into this hole, not only will you not die, but you will get to iron level, so that you can dig out a whole bunch of iron there, which is what I've been doing, which is great. Because I was really low on iron at one point, and now I'm doing a little bit better, which is great. So great, in fact, that it means I don't need to build an iron farm in today's episode, which was my original plan, but now I don't need to do it. So what I'd like to do is concentrate on building something a little bit to the south of the island, a little bit of a larger build today, which is going to be a lot of fun. As you can see, I've been putting in a few more bushes and hedges and fences and stuff about the place, just to sort of edge the paths and then have the sort of space to just fill with things like wheat, for instance. I've put these crops down here as well. I don't think this is particularly a great aesthetic look, to be honest. If I just go into free cam mode so we can take an aerial view of this. Yeah, I think I'll just change that to all wheat and then have another garden with carrots and then another garden with potatoes and then another garden with whatever. One minor annoyance with using these fences and stuff for the hedges is that I keep trying to run through the garden and I can't get past the stupid fences. Here we go. That was easy, wasn't it? Alright, so here is the south end of the island. As you can see, I've cleared out a whole bunch of space. This is all we're going to be needing for today's build. Quite a bit, isn't it? I've got some materials prepared, but I'm not quite finished with that just yet. But also, before that, I've got a few little small errands to run before we start building. So the first little job that I want to do is I want to move the nether portal in the nether up above the nether ceiling, okay, above the bedrock. Now that's easy enough. You can get through the bedrock ceiling using just some ladders and an ender pearl. No problem. I can build the portal on top of the bedrock then. The problem is, though, if I ever want to get back down into the nether below the bedrock, you have to use a little bit of witchcraft and wizardry, okay? You have to break the bedrock blocks. Now, for that, you can do that using some pistons and some TNT. And to craft TNT, of course, you need gunpowder. Unfortunately, these 3 pieces of gunpowder here are all I have to my name. So I need to solve that problem. So I went over to spawn and built a quick, easy and cheap mob farm. Now I could have chosen to build just a creeper farm, but I kind of figured I might as well go with a general mob farm instead to be able to get a decent supply of bones in the area and also plenty of string to make scaffolding and things like, I don't know, candles and bows for crafting dispensers and looms, I guess. Alright, so from the time lapse you can tell the mob farm has been working very nicely. Now this is probably just here temporarily, and I will actually tear it down and move it eventually, because I just don't know exactly what the layout of spawn is going to be just yet. But this is, like I mentioned, a really quick, easy and cheap mob farm to build. It uses a lot of the slabs instead of like full blocks and stuff, so it's just really easy to build. It's great. Okay, so let's see how we're doing from this. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's really good. Yes. So it's not quite filled up, but I mean, almost. So I AFK'd for like a couple of hours while I was doing some errands, so that's great. Okay, so what I'm going to do is then I'm going to grab a whole bunch of this gunpowder. That should be enough to make a decent amount of TNT. Maybe I'll just grab a little bit more because the method that I'm going to use to break the bedrock is not entirely reliable. So I might need a fair bit, but I'm sure it'll work just fine eventually. Okay, so this is my current nether portal setup in the nether. As you can see, it's awful. It even sounds terrible. Stupid ghasts everywhere. So what I want to do is I need to break this portal down here, like so. That was loud. And then move it up to the ceiling. So if you don't know how to get above the nether bedrock ceiling here, what you need to do is find an uppermost bedrock block. So if you look on the F3 screen, on the right hand side where it says targeted block, so we're going to target that block there, and you can see the Y level is 127. That is what you need. It needs to be at that level to be able to glitch through it, essentially. Okay, so we take our ladders here, get rid of that screen, take our ladders, get up to the top, keep moving up to the top corner, and just end a pearl roughly there, and then hope for the best. Like so. Then we can jump up here, and we're above the bedrock ceiling. Now, before you do this, I should have mentioned, make sure you have enough obsidian and a way to start or light a nether portal, and also make sure you know your coordinates for the portal as well. I think I wrote mine down. I hope. Of course I did. I'm incredibly organised. Okay, so let's light that, jump through, and hope that it links up with the portal on the island. And it does. Perfect. Okay, so I figured out that that is the block that I glitched through, and that's the one I need to break. So this is the contraption we're going to try first. There are a couple of different ones that's worth trying, so you know, it's not always that reliable, as I mentioned earlier on. So what you need to do is you have to stand here, flick that lever, which ignites the TNT, also sticks its piston out. Then you press that, so you go underneath, and you have to try and place a piston in this top corner here, because that will be opened up because this piston is extended, so there will be a gap there for you to place it in. So what will happen is, as the TNT blows up the piston, you sort of instantly place your piston. And hopefully, I think if it's facing downwards at the end of it, that means it's worked. It's not likely to work first time, but let's try on camera anyway. So if I just click that, get under there, and keep spamming click this, you can use an auto clicker as well. Ooh, oh, is that promising? That looks promising. Okay, so that's facing downwards, so let's see. I guess it's not when it's facing downwards. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. So it's facing a different way here. So this might have been successful. Yes, nice. All right. So what it took in the end was I changed my use item or place item keybind from right click to another key. I just used G, however, and then instead of placing it with the right mouse button, you use the key instead, and it just places it quicker, like spams it, and that worked. That's great. Okay, so now we've got a way down to the nether from up here, and also I'm linked from the island up to the top of bedrock. Now I've got to figure out which way is spawn. I didn't write that one down. Okay, I should probably try the overworld then. Alright, so with the portals linked up from this island and also to spawn now, those errands are done, which is lovely. I've been meaning to do that for some time now, so I'm glad that's out of the way. Okay, so I'm at the southern end of the island here, and as you can see, this area here has not got anything in it at all. So sort of beyond the portal area, it's looking a bit dead, right? So I'm going to do something here, okay? Now, I did mention, obviously, I'm going to do the main build over there on that little island, and I think you will probably know what that is from the title and thumbnail of the video. But what I want to do first is clear out a bunch of this grass here, flatten it a little bit, just a little bit, not too much, leave the hill there slightly, and then I'm going to build another house on top of it. Okay guys, just a quick build there because you guys have seen me building all the houses around the island, so you know what's up with that. Okay, and then since then I've just put in a bunch of these hedges and stuff around the pathways. I've done the pathway up to the new house, I've done some extra pathways around houses and stuff, just sort of playing around, just adding a few little bits about the island. Now, I don't know if this is maybe... it might be a little bit much, okay? Maybe I drop this down to just one block high rather than having the sort of extra block above it. I don't know. It kind of gets in the way of your view of places on the island and stuff. I don't know. I think it's a bit much, so I might just punch those down a little bit in the future. Okay, so we go up to the house here. Now, this house has nothing particularly special. There's nothing really different from any of the other houses other than it's an extra block higher, so they have a step to get into it. That's literally the only difference. It does make a difference, actually. It makes it look really tall, considering it's only one extra block taller. I don't know. Okay, but just pay attention to some extra blocks, extra special blocks I've got in these hedges here. Yes. Okay, so let's go to the inside where I've done nothing. I've done nothing for the interior. I think all I'm going to do is put in some extra storage in this house because my current storage house it's full, okay? It's really, really full, and it's really frustrating. Although that will be changing very soon in the near future. Okay, now as you can see, I've got a little secret room underneath the house that's filled with moss. Oh yes, so this is a very, very simple moss farm. Unfortunately, I've lost the tutorial that I got this from, so I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't give credit to the person who created it, but I'm sure if you have a look on YouTube, you'll find it. It's a really simple, easy one, and it's great. I just have it saved in my creative world. Okay, so I turn it on there. Yep, I was panicking. I don't think it was working. As you can see, it works really quickly. Okay, I got this in probably 10 minutes of having it on. As you can see, it goes really great. It's great. I need to turn it off before it fills up. I need to get an extra chest in there as well for storage. Oh, we're doing really well on bone meal as well, so that's great. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I didn't build this quicker. Oh, I do actually, because it took me forever to find a lush cave to get a single moss block. That's why. Well, hey, at least now we have access to a lot of moss blocks, which is great. Now, to the side of the house, there is a lot of open and flat area here, and it's really boring and stuff, so I'm going to fill in that again with maybe like some sort of garden stuff. I'm thinking maybe like, you know, like the two tall plants, like the rose and stuff, we get some rows of those in there, so it's like a flower garden. And then for the interior for here, maybe I use this as storage for all the flowers and stuff, for dyes and things like that. That could be really useful, actually. This needs a lot of work over here. Okay, I need to terraform that pretty badly, but that'll be great. That'll be some extra space to put under the house. I'm going to have another house on this hill over here, and then a little small special build that should be recognizable from other series on my channel that we're going to put there, hopefully, if it'll fit. And then going past this new house to the south end of the island, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I'm thinking about doing some sort of farmhouse in this area, then doing like animal pens for the sheep and the cows, and I suppose we could get some pigs as well, even though pigs are useless in this game. Anywho, back to today's main build. On this south island here, I'm going to be building a church. So this is only going to be quite a small, simple church, because there isn't a huge amount of space on this separate section of the island. But it will be the second to last quote-unquote bigger build in this area, next to the fortress I'll be building on the hill at the north end. So what that means is, building the island base will soon be coming to an end, after around 6 or maybe 7 episodes in. Which I feel like is a pretty good timeline to stick to for other builds in this world. And there it is. Finally, we have a church on the island. The people of the island now have some sort of religion to rely on. But is everything as it seems? We shall see. Ominous. Okay, so I've done a little bit of work actually around the other section of the island as well, and I've also built this lovely little bridge here. Nothing special at all. I just needed a way to get across because I was sick of using that piece of dirt going across there. It's fine. I built up a churchyard here. I added a bunch of graves. Lovely, very nice, very me. And then I've done this custom tree. Okay, this is a smaller custom tree. It looks a little bit like a lollipop, but it's fine. Can I go into free cam mode and get a better view of this? It's fine. It's not my best tree. It's not my worst though, so that's the most positive thing I can say about it. It's fine. Yeah, lovely little gravestones about the place, little pathway going around. Very nice. I want to put some cobwebs and stuff around this area here. I just grew some regular trees because I was too lazy to do another custom tree. It's fine. Nothing particularly special, really, around like the back of this. I will do some more graves and stuff like that around here. I was just getting lazy at this point. I've hidden a lot of lighting under moss carpets and stuff, so that's cool. So it's less chance of me getting blown up anytime I go over here. But yes, let's focus on the church. So, it's a pretty bog standard church design, really. Nothing too massive or anything like that. At some point in this series, we'll be doing a much larger kind of cathedral rather than a church, so wait for that. Alright, now this church is a special church. It's not open to visitors to the island, no. It's a local church for local people. And on the outside, it looks like any regular church, right? It's got a normal even-sided cross of no particular denomination, yes, but inside it harbours a secret. It has all the usual trappings: pews, candles, a lectern, a font. I don't know actually if the font should be on this end of the church or at the other end. I can't remember. It's fine. I didn't look properly. It's fine. It's got an altar and a cross of... Wait a minute. That's not a cross. What is it? What is this sorcery? This bedevilment? Oh no. Can it be? It is. It's the Church of the Sacred Oreo, the blessed cookie of heavenly wonderment. Kneel before its hallowed crunchiness and... Sorry, I got a bit carried away there. Yeah, this is the Church of the Sacred Oreo. That's the bit. That's the joke. I like Oreos. But yes, so the inside of the church is decorated mostly, I think. I don't really know what else to put into here. Lovely beams going along the roof there. When you're working with this size, there's not like a huge amount I can do for the interiors, but I think we've got enough for this. I could probably put some more candles about the place. I think that would maybe light it up a little bit better than just having the lanterns hanging around the place. Okay, now you can go up to the second floor here into the tower area, which is up here, and you can go to the top here. Now, I've just literally thought as I was walking up these stairs what needs to be at the top. Maybe we need a bell, right? You need like a bell in the bell tower. Yeah, probably should have done that, but it's fine. Let's face it, I'm probably not ever going to need to go back into this church ever again. Maybe I should build some sort of farm underneath it so that I have a reason to come down here, and that would be quite cool. People have mentioned in the comments that I should have some sort of shrine for when I die in the world, and we have to make you have to pay a penance to the Reaper of Souls. Maybe we need some sort of dungeon there's some stairs going down into a dungeon below where we have a shrine for the Reaper of Souls and Oreos. Alright, so let's get a better view of the island from in the sky here. Very nice. Yes, the place is filling up. Lovely. This path coming from this house here is pretty terrible. I've done it quite straight, which is stupid because that just looks boring. I'm going to try and fix that. I think maybe I will change the shape of this hill and do something different with that. Maybe we'll have enough space for another house in this area then. Yeah. I'll have a look at that at a later date. So in between now and the next episode, I will be building up some more houses and stuff. I'll do some more custom trees about the place. There's a lot of areas that still need filling in, but that's okay. Plenty of work to do and that sort of thing, but that's fine. That's something I can manage, like I said, in between episodes. Now, for the next episode, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is build the fortress on the hill up here. Yes, finally. That'll be like the last big build. I don't say a mega build. It's not going to be a mega build, but it'll be a big build for the island, and that'll be the last big project for it. But I am happy with the progress I've made so far. I've mentioned previously, I play Minecraft pretty slowly, okay? I progress pretty slowly, but that's fine. I haven't got any netherite armor or anything like that. I haven't been to the end yet, which is something I'm thinking about doing pretty soon, because I could really do with some shulker boxes. At this point, I'm getting sick of just dragging items back and forth all the time with just the inventory space. So, yeah, I think it's time we go take on the Ender Dragon in the very near future. But that is all I've got time for today. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you'd like to see more, click the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.